What's happening? Well, you guys have a good 4th? I basically worked. Had a couple of dogs and whatever, but I've been here trying to bang out this dresser. So I made all the drawers and I want to show you where I'm at. Huh? What do you think of that? Pretty nice, right? You can see that I have the shelves in. I still have to do a little work to clean them up or whatever, but man, this was a ton of dovetails. See that? And I try to make them all pretty uniform. They ain't perfect, but they're pretty good. And now you can see the grain that I was talking about before. So when it comes to making drawers, especially now it's wicked humid, you can see that when I make them, they're pretty tight, right? And the reason why is because, oh, hang on a sec. It's because I want to fit them. This one over here is especially pretty tight. But I'd rather, you know, chip away at it and make it perfect instead of just cutting them to fit and making it easy for myself and then having them too small. So let me just close up all these drawers. You see how I was talking about the grain pattern coming through this divider on the last video? See, I wanted to hit the drawer front. Now you can really see that, right? And the same with these other drawers down here. See? See how it's just coming straight through? And the same with the last drawer. So when you look at it, it's really clean, right? There's nothing that jumps out. To be honest with you, I'm not super happy with the cathedrals in that top piece, but I tried to get the top drawers out of this section of this piece right here, and there's a big fat knot. Like this is the section that I wanted right here on this board, see? But there were a bunch of knots in it, and I just wasn't able to get it. I'd flip it over, but trust me, it wasn't good enough, so I opted to use those ones. And look, it's not gonna be a problem to anybody looking at this. They're not gonna say, wow, those top drawers look terrible. It's just me. I'm struggling to try to make it happen, right? So the last thing, I'll fit in these doors. And you can see that this door is still not flat. It's because it's a 16-inch wide panel, but I'm gonna put a batten on it. And the way that these doors go in is basically you have to kind of cut it to fit the width, right? Like this here. And then make sure that it's up tight to the side, see? And then you need to cut the bottom to make it fit. This one's really pretty good. Let me get it in there. And then obviously you need to cut a small reveal around it, which I need to do next. That looks pretty good. Woo! That stuff's crazy looking, huh? This one was not so good. It's not square down the bottom. Like this opening right here, for some reason, is a little bit of a parallelogram. So I just need to make a parallelogram panel to fit. Just like this here. Okay, so you can see the reveal. It looks really uniform, right? But if I put a square on this, it's not square. You can see it's that much out of square, okay? It ain't much, but it's enough, trust me. And that, my friends, is how you do that, okay? The last thing I need to do is get the drawer bottoms in, put the stops in, and then I'll fit those drawers perfectly. And then put the hinges on there with the battens on the back to keep it as flat as I possibly can. Then I'm gonna sand the heck out of it and try to take, you know, all the tear out that's on the face of this thing out, which isn't easy. And if you've ever worked with figured cherry, then you know what this stuff does and how difficult it is to get this to look like glass, all right? There's no tear out. There's one little piece of tear out right here and it's really pissing me off, and that's deep too. So unfortunately that's part of the deal. So I'm just gonna do the best I can to take the curse off of it. You know what I mean? I don't want the to glare out when I put the oil on it. So, look, I hope you enjoyed watching these little videos and were able to pick up a couple of tips about how to interpret material, right? How to interpret all this material and how to break it into parts. Then pieces, and then how to turn all those pieces into parts and how to methodically think about grain direction, light, and everything else when it comes to building a piece of furniture. Because trust me, you know, this takes a long time to get good at. Trust me when I tell you. It's taken me 25 years to get really good at this stuff, all right? And I still struggle, and it still takes me a long time to decide what I want this case to look like. And it looks like that door is really dark right now, huh? Compared to these right here. So I'm hoping that it'll all blend in over time. Well, I know it will. Whew, man, is it hot in here. I know that it's gonna blend really well over time because it's the same tree. All these boards, all these pieces came from a single tree. I'm like that, you know, what's that stupid movie? Meet the Parents. Meet the Fockers, or whatever that gets called. You carved that out of one piece of wood, right? Oh, that's funny. But yeah, I did. All right. Well, as soon as I get this thing out of the shop, we're going to attack this stuff right here. I got a credenza to make. This is really beautiful looking stuff. It's crazy. It's figured maple that they steam to make it look like that color. And I cannot wait to rip into it. I need to get some new equipment in here first. So yeah, that's it. All right. I'm going to turn the AC back on, even though it doesn't do anything except give me a little moral support. Look at the thing up there. I hear it run every once in a while, and it makes me feel better. But other than that, it doesn't do shit. All righty. Well, next time you see this thing, it's going to have a finish on it. Maybe I'll do a video on how I apply the finish. What do you think? Let me know what you guys think about this type of content. Okay? Because if it's not worth your time watching, it ain't worth my time doing. Bye.